What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video we are back because we have another training event. This time we have a tournament and the rewards are somewhat decent. We're going to talk about the rewards of these and which type of characters you should be deleting from your roster and progressing your account as much as possible as a new player. There are a lot of mistakes that new players make. They put too much importance on specific topics that you should really avoid as much as possible because they are going to be holding you back. I'm going to make a video more in depth on this specific topic, but it's definitely something that you should take into consideration and that we're going to talk about in this video. So we are going to break down everything that you need to know to complete this tournament event as fast as possible, as efficient as possible, and to give you the highest level of progress to your roster, especially if you are a new player. So as always, if you like information on these videos, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Raid Shadow Legends content and make sure you smash that like button. Now, if you know anyone that is into fantasy games, turn-based RPGs, classic games like these, tell them about Raid Shadow Legends and tell them to use my QR code right now on the screen. We're gonna start right away with Karato Foxhunter, legendary character, samurai looking, absolutely insane character for you to begin your journey with. After that, at level 10, you're gonna get the epic champion Uugo. Amazing support, can revive your entire team and decrease the defense of the enemies. After that, you can get the Mausoleum Mage, level 20. Increases your defense, increase your key chance to increase your damage output. And then you can choose one of these legendary characters by using one of the respective promo codes. MONKEYKING for Song Wukong, amazing champion for Arena. Desert Queen for duarktikhq, amazing champion for PvE content. Tree Hugger for Rurak, which is great in nowhere, pretty much. And then promo code GETALICE for a PvP character as well. You can only do this during the first 48 hours, so keep that in mind. You want to use this code as early as possible. And then for logging in 7 days straight, you're gonna get a third legendary character, Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 7 days login, that's pretty much it. And after that, you can also get his red star. So once again, use this promo code, tell your friends about the raid, and join this amazing experience. Okay, so training event. This training event, this training tournament is only going to give you mythical books. Mythical books are very hard to obtain, but if you don't have any mythical characters, it's like whatever. So if you can get to the second place or even the third place or fourth place, anywhere where you get epic books or legendary books, that will be awesome. Second place, in my opinion, is the best one for anyone. The top one is the best one for veteran players that already have mythical champions. In terms of the other rewards, the milestone points, 12,000 points for a legendary book. It's not great, but it's decent. All the other rewards, additional relics, it's nice as well, even that I'm not a big fan from this type of relics, the explorer relics, I think. They're okay, only the mythicals are like good, the legendaries and the epics are like whatever, but remember that you can always convert these relics into basalts, which will allow you to progress and level up your relics that you like, the relics that you like, that's what really matters. Okay, so that's the champion tournament event going on right now. This is going to give you points and progress for the Donatello tournament event. You should definitely stop. Most people should stop at 3 stars for Donatello, but you should still try to get these relics. The last laugh is pretty decent. We also have a legendary book here. We also have this glyph, and we have a void shard here as well. So I will probably stop on the void shard or on this legendary champion if you are like someone that is not looking for the red stars for Donatello. So keep that in mind. Okay, so how can you improve your roster as fast as possible without holding yourself back? This is a big problem that people see. They fall into the trap of the faction guardians. If you are a new player, you should put absolutely zero effort in your guardian ring. Guardian rings are going to be very important at the late game when you are doing like secret rooms on Doom Tower hard, or when you are doing like Cursed City hard difficulty and you need very specific or niche characters of the rare type or epic type. That's when you want to invest on the guardian ring. If it's not the case, if you are not at that point into the game, then you should absolutely skip this. You can see that most of my places are empty, and this one is just a little bit full because I have to use one rare for the Demon Lord. And this is the Dark Elves are the only rares I use for Demon Lord. So apart from that, everything else should be fully empty, because every time you put a 4-star champion here or a 3-star, it's one less character that you can get to 5 stars or 6 stars. And if you are a new player progressing your account, you want to get as fast as possible your characters, the good ones, to 6 stars. This is extremely important, because why is that? Because you want to unlock the necklace and the banner as fast as possible. First off, it will allow you to equip more gear, more stats, that's always better. And on top of that, it will also allow you to equip full sets of 9 pieces. So this is extremely helpful for you to obtain, and it's something you should do as early as possible. This is why you should not hold yourself back by putting garbage or epic champions or rare champions or whatever on the faction guardians. It's such a waste of time and resources. Okay, so I'm going to show you the characters that I have here to sacrifice. So I'm going to sacrifice all these epics. I'm going to sacrifice all these rares. You should have at least one copy of each character, sort by faction. Make sure that you have at least one copy of each epic character in case someday they will become useful to you. But if you have any duplicates at all, you should sacrifice them to get your good characters at 6 stars. That's really your main priority. People really need to put this in their head. The Faction Guardians is a massive bait for new players. It was made just for veteran players that are completing those missions that I was mentioning. So as you guys can see, I have my characters rated from 1, 2, and 3, and then there is the cross, and then there is the boot. The cross is the characters that I'm going to sacrifice. The boot is the characters that are like F tier and that are worthless. But I'm gonna still save one copy of those just to make sure that whenever I get a second copy, I'm going to be able to remove them as fast as possible. And that's pretty much it. Like this, you're gonna be able to organize your roster super fast. So you go here, we have a Sacred Order, here we have the Elves, here we have the Barbarians. So you can see right here I have already one copy. I'm gonna sacrifice everything else. Here we have Organ Tribes, here we have Organ Tribes. You can see everything that we are sacrificing. And there you go. All your greens you want to sacrifice, all your blue copies you want to sacrifice, as long as they are not fusions. Make sure you complete the fusions first, and then you sacrifice your fusion characters. And that's pretty much it. This is how you can organize your roster as fast as possible. And again, just make sure you keep one copy of each character. For example, this one I'm going to sacrifice as well, but my box is full. So yeah, we'll do that in the future. Okay. Once again, don't hold yourself back on these epics or rare champions if they have no value. How do you know if they have value or no value? Well, use websites like Yumi Love or El Hades. I don't agree always with El Hades. I think El Hades has a lot of bad or wrong opinions. Yumi Love, I think it's more down to earth and it's more helpful. I would say that El Hades is correct 65% of the time, or 60% of the time, while Yumi Love is correct like 90% of the time. But again, this depends on your playstyle, this depends on how in-depth you can get into this type of games, turn-based RPGs. So yeah, it's also going to vary depending on your playstyle and the type of person you are, but I think this is the best tool. So once again, you go to this website, you search for the name of a specific character, and then you go in-game, and then you rate these characters based on if they are A tier, S tier, I put a 1. If they are B tier, I put a 2. And if they are C tier, I put the 3. If they are not if they are F tier, I put the boot. And any duplicates of those characters, we are going to absolutely delete. Now, if you have duplicates legendaries, the duplicate legendaries you can save. But the duplicate epics, if they are not damage dealers, you should sacrifice. If it's a damage dealer, if it's a character like Zargala or a character like Geomancer, that's a different story. Those copies specifically, if they're S tier, A tier, or even B tier, some of those B tiers you want to save. But for example, this character here, Sanguinia, she's a healer. she can be S tier or A tier or whatever, but because she's a healer, you don't need to empower her. For example, like Uugo. Uugo, it's okay. He can revive and so on, but he's support character, so you can sacrifice Uugo if you want. Even that I don't recommend. Uugo is a bad example, Sanguinia is a better example. So if you have a character that is a buffer or a healer, you should definitely sacrifice. If you have a character that revives or a character that deals damage, those characters you want to empower to level 4 and only sacrifice after you finish empowering, right? Okay, so let's gear up our characters as efficiently as possible. Make sure you are aware of which types of brews you have. So let's see, we have blue and we have purple and we have only a few green. So what you want to do, you want to level up your characters that are red and green on the campaign, and then you want to sacrifice characters that are of blue type and purple type. And you want to do, I mentioned this in a previous video, if they are a rare, you want to put just one brew on them before you sacrifice. This will give you additional points, and with these additional points, you are going to get more points for the event. So if they are level 3, you put one brew. If they are level 4, you can put 3 or 4 brews, depending on how much you are willing to sacrifice. And if they are level 5, yes, before you sacrifice them to level 6, you should put 8 or 7 brews. It's up to you how much you want to waste. I always go for 8 because you are wasting less of this blue bar right here. So you can see right here, we are wasting like 30% of the experience if you'd sacrifice this guy right now, but it's just inconvenient because at level 3 you get less points and you get more points at level 4 and 5. Okay, you can also empower these characters if you want for some additional points. I would not recommend that because that means you have to sacrifice a lot more energy. You can still do on the green ones because it consumes these small materials that are like worthless for the end game. So if you want to take all these to level 3, that's fine, but it's like a lot of work for just 4 points. So yeah, it's just too much work converting all of these. I would not consider this. It's just way too much work for a very small amount of points. So keep that in mind. That's one less move that you can do. Okay, so let's level up a few characters that I might have here. We don't have anyone at level 3 left. Let's see if I... Okay, so these ones right here, these are the ones that we have in our box. So we're going to save those for later. And then we have the ones at level 4. Let's see if we have anything to sacrifice here. So we have here a level 4 character, right? So here we are, we have a level 4 character. And let's see how much the empowered gives in terms of points. So level 4, okay, it still uses the basic materials, but it's still only 6 points, so it's still irrelevant. So we want to empower this guy, and to empower this guy we need those characters that we want to sacrifice. Okay, so we want to smash the unlock button to make them available, and then you can see that they are still at level 1. This is not what you want, right? This is a mistake. So once again, we are going to these specific characters and we are going to train them a little bit. So here we go, we have the Sanguina that we are going to sacrifice. We are going to training, we are going to put a few brews on her. And you can see right here, if you put 3 brews, you are wasting like once again 30% of the experience. So it's up to you if you want to take all the way to 4 or just save the additional brews. Okay, we're gonna smash 60 points and now she's ready to sacrifice. And now we are ready to sacrifice our chickens for our main guy, for our incubus. Everyone at level 21, everyone from the type that we have some additional brews. And here we go. We're going to sacrifice this guy. Now, this guy at level 5, you want also to make sure that you apply some brews to him. Like I said, between 7 and 8 or even 6, depending on how much experience you are willing to waste and opportunity. Because remember, the highest yellow star you have on your character, the more points you get per level. That's why I tell you to put 8 brews on a level 5 and I will tell you to put 1 brew on a level 3 because of the difference of experience. And finally, we are ready to take our champions to level 6, and this is what you want as a new player. Again, is to get as many champions to level 6 as much as you can to help you on the different places of the game. But you want to prioritize your very good epics, your S tier, A tier or B tier, the very good ones, and your legendary ones, especially the ones that require low books or that require no books at all. So you just drop all these characters here and then you sacrifice them. Now, there is one last thing I can tell you about this, is that, for example, if you have two Sanguinas, you could use the highest level Sanguina to sacrifice her, since you are no longer using on the Faction Guardians or Faction Wars, and then you can keep the one at low level, right? Because the one at low level can still be leveled up and to 4 stars and 5 stars, while this one you already reached the limit, 5 stars with the level 30. That's the point where you want to sacrifice them. So keep this in mind. This is a decision that you have to make based on your progress of Faction Wars and how much you still have to play there in order to unlock all the stages and all the yellow stars. So there you go, guys. This is how you can progress your roster as fast as possible in Racial Legends as a new player. Once again, forget completely about the Faction Guardians. Try to get as many A tier and S tier characters as big as possible with 6 stars or 5 stars, and sacrifice any duplicates that you have, as long as they are not revivers or big damage dealers like Zargala or like Uugo. This will absolutely snowball your progress in Raid Shadow Legends and will allow you to have a lot more progress in Faction Wars, in Doom Tower, and also in Cursed City. And all those extra rewards will influence even more your progress in your account, absolutely snowballing your account. That's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. Let them know about my QR code if they are not playing Raid Shadow Legends yet. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more content like this. And I'll catch you guys later.